checks. A major revision to the $1.9 trillion stimulus package by Joe Biden on tap calls for Americans to receive multiple stimulus checks. The breaking developments are revealed in this Mornings LATE broadcast, live from Los Angeles, shortly before 9 o'clock. I'm here, you're here, the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm thanking you for joining me on Mornings LATE. This is LA from Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, the most comprehensive broadcast news on the financial markets and your money. So thank you for joining me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. The subscribe link is at the top of this chat. Also like this video, and if you've not become a member, become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP, or Purple Power. In this recording, I'm going to go over the breaking developments about multiple stimulus checks that could be coming to you under the third stimulus package. Yes, this is actually becoming a reality. It's really quite surprising, and I'll have all the details and my opinion of the situation as well. This would call for multiple stimulus checks to start as early as this July and start thereafter. But who would qualify? How would they work? And are they better or are they worse than what's currently unfolding? Meantime, Tesla buys $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, causing the markets to surge. Elsewhere, as we started just shortly before 9 o'clock, the Dow is up about 107 points, NASDAQ up about 46 points. And minutes ago, Ron Wagner died, the first House member, actually first member of Congress, to ever pass away from COVID. He passed after contracting COVID about 2 weeks ago. Condolences to his family. Meantime, there's another report out today criticizing that the Biden plan may be too small because it does not account for the nearly 400 million businesses that have been shuttered, closed, and will not reopen after this pandemic. Elsewhere, I'll be cutting back to Congress and go over what's going on with your stimulus this week. There's a lot happening on Tuesday and Wednesday. Hey, Herbert, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone, welcome Herbert to the Purple Power family. Thank you for becoming part of this family, Herbert. And if anyone else joins during this recording, I'll give you a shout out as well. If to start the new morning, it's important to note that for members, you got a new PDF and a new link this morning. The PDF and the link come from irs.gov. If you're not a member, you can find it yourself. It concerns the earned income. It concerns the child tax credit, which I'm about to get to right away. Currently, the child tax credit is law. It's currently on the books. It's a common question I get all the time. What should I do because of that child tax credit proposed by the Biden administration? My response is there already is a child tax credit on the books. So for members of this channel, look at the final post that was delivered to you this morning. It shows you a link to both the page on irs.gov that explains the current status of the child tax credit and the current PDF circular from IRS about the child tax credit. Explain to you you can currently get thousands of dollars of child tax credit under the IRS code and have been able to do it for several years. This has come to the surprise of millions and millions of viewers of this channel who never heard of this child tax credit until Joe Biden brought it up. The only difference is it's already been around. And with that, let me get to the breaking developments about multiple stimulus checks. Under the third stimulus package, you know what is currently going to be arriving with you under stimulus or economic impact payments. They are a $1,400 stimulus check for individuals, $2,800 for married couples, $1,400 for children, $3,200 for adult dependents. That's very straightforward. The amount of the stimulus check not going to be cut by the Biden administration. He made that clear on Friday. Second, the amount of the stimulus check for anyone that watches this channel that makes $75,000 or less, not going to get changed. The income limit for the stimulus check may get revised on the very high end for people who make over $100,000. But for anyone who got a first or second stimulus check and makes less than $75,000, you're going to get it again. Again, it's $1,400 for an individual, $2,800 for a married couple, $3,200 for adult dependents, and if you're on benefits, you're getting a stimulus check just like everyone else. All right, then the next question is, what is this multiple stimulus checks? What is this big shocker about multiple stimulus checks? The news came minutes ago. There is a new proposal being introduced by Representative Richard Neal, a Democrat out of Massachusetts, who's chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, that the pandemic is driving families deeper and deeper into poverty and devastating. We are making the tax credit more generous, more accessible, and by paying it out monthly. This money is going to be the difference in a roof over someone's head, on food on the table. This is how the tax code is supposed to work for those who are in need of most. So long as I'm chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, it's what you expect to see from us. There's a lot in that statement, so let me go over what's going on. First of all, let me procedurally explain to you why his statement means a lot. Yesterday and on Early Mornings LA, if you did not catch Early Mornings LA, please watch it. It's on the channel. It's archived there. Two shows, the 6 and 6:30 show. Earlier today in Early Mornings LA, I explained to you where the third stimulus package bill is today. There is a bill. It was written by Joe Biden. It's currently in the House Ways and Means Committee, which we just heard the chairman speak from. He said the bill's in my department. It's in several different committees, but the majority of the bill is in the House Ways and Means Committee. Roll Call had a very big interview, a detailed news article over the weekend, which I explained to you, which says what House Ways and Means Committee is doing with the stimulus part of the bill. So this is huge because the committee that is doing the revisions to the bill, its chairman issued the statement. Second, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, as you heard early on Early Mornings LA, the House subcommittees will be modifying language and modifying numbers in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. So could they modify stimulus checks? Yes, they can, says the House Ways and Means Committee chairman. So what is he referring to? This is what he's referring to. Multiple stimulus checks. He's calling for a proposal of a stimulus check to arrive every month to a parent starting in the month of July. That would amount to $3,600 over an entire year if the child's 6 years or younger, and then $3,000 over the year if the child's 18 years or younger. The payments would be distributed by IRS. They would start coming in the month of July, and they would be phased, and they would be paid for anyone who, again, makes the same amount as a stimulus check, $75,000 or less, married couple, $150,000, same income thresholds. This is huge. This is huge. So what does this mean? Stimulus check every month for a parent starting in July, going forward for 1 year. $3,600 total payment over the 1 year, and $3,000 total payment for the year if the child's under age 18. This is huge. Now, this is a child tax credit. How is this different than the current tax code, which you have a PDF of, as the viewers of this channel, as the members of this channel, you have a PDF of? How is this different than the current tax code? How is this different than what Joe Biden's proposing? And what is my opinion situation? Let me explain. The current tax code calls for a tax credit if you have a child and you file a tax return. If you file a tax return, you can get a child tax credit. It's not $3,600, but it's about $2,000 approximately. And it's been around for many, many years. Viewers have not heard about it because it was not alerted to them until this whole talks about tax credits started on this channel. It's been law, and that's what's in the PDFs, which I delivered to you this morning. Please go read the current existing law in those two PDFs at the bottom of the list. One is a link to irs.gov, one is a PDF. It has currently been law. So basically, you file a tax return, triggers a tax credit, and if that tax credit qualifies for a tax refund, then you get a tax refund. The viewers of this channel certainly understand the difference between a tax credit and a tax refund. Tax refund means you get a check. Tax credit means it reduces something on your tax return. This has been law for many, many years. So what is Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus package that's currently in the House Ways and Means Committee proposing to do? It's proposing to take that tax credit and grow it so you get a bigger tax credit. Doesn't propose to give you an actual check per se, but a tax credit. Again, if you file tax return, you would get a tax credit. If there's all zeros on the tax return, it would trigger a tax refund. Well, what does this statement propose to do? It proposes to send it as a separate check every month for from July until the following year. Slightly different. Slightly different. So what's my opinion of the situation? One, the amount is the same as proposed today by the by Representative Richard Neal. The amount is the same as Joe Biden. Joe Biden also has $3,600. The difference is that when you file the tax return with Joe Biden, you would automatically trigger that $3,600 instantly and get the full $3,600 as soon as you qualify for it. Meaning that if you qualify for it on this tax return, you would get it within a few weeks. You would get the full $3,600. Why wait a whole year? Why wait a whole year to get little payments over time when you get the full $3,600? That's the way Joe Biden wrote it. So what is Representative Richard Neal proposing? He's proposing to give the same amount, but slowly over time. Better? I don't think it's better. I don't think it's better unless there's something else he's not explaining. Because he's basically taking the same amount that Joe Biden wants to give you, President Joe Biden, $3,600. Thank you, Jamie Garcia, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He's taking what Joe Biden wants to give you, which is $3,600 of tax credit, which you can get as soon as you file that tax return. And instead, Representative Richard Neal is going to say, I'm going to pay you slowly over the year. I don't know about you. Let me ask the viewers of this channel right now in the in the chat. Would you prefer the $3,600 right now, or would you prefer it over a year in little payments of multiple stimulus checks? I would prefer the full $3,600 right now. I would prefer the full $3,600 right now, says we Cheryl, thank you for Cheryl for becoming a Purple Hawk. Thank you, Sandy, for becoming a Purple Hawk. Everyone welcomes Cheryl and Sandy for becoming part of this family. Welcome Cheryl and Sandy for becoming part of this family. So a few viewers said right now, one said over a year, one said one payment, the other said what, right now. Right now, everyone welcome Cheryl and Sandy to the Purple Power family. Thank you, Cheryl and Sandy, for becoming part of this family. Right now, it makes sense to get this right now. Someone said payment over time. Oh, there you go. So some people rather get the $3,600 over a little bit over time, but the vast majority of viewers said I'd rather have it right now. Jane, thank you. I got my letter from SBA yesterday. Yes, I have two viewers in the last 24 hours who have gotten their SBA.gov email about their EIDL grant in just the last 24 hours. So it looks like something's happening with SBA. I've not gone to their website this morning. So this is really exciting, great news. So my critique of the situation, I'd rather have the money right now, just like you. Thank you, Representative Richard Neal, but I'd rather have the money right now. I like the way Joe Biden wrote it. I like the way President Joe Biden wrote it. Criticism. Here's the criticism of the multiple stimulus checks. Matt Bruning said that it's an administrative design that will be a mess. He said Bruning wrote that the plan errs by using prior tax year information to determine the size of the family, even though the eligibility for the program is based upon the current year. Oops. Oops. This will lead to both underpayments and underpayments, overpayments and underpayments, and the overpayments will trigger clawbacks via surprise tax bills. Lord, I just see this a nice way to get tax bills in the mail. Bruning wrote in a post on Twitter. All right, there you go. At the 13-minute mark, let me give you the big update where we are this morning. With 1,100 people in the room, 300 likes. Let's get those likes up. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 people in the room and 1,000 likes. The big news is you join the morning. It's Monday morning, and you're going to get a stimulus check. $1,400 an individual, $2,800 a married couple, $3,200 adult dependent, $1,400 a child, and if you're on benefits, you're getting the same stimulus check as well. Why is this happening? Because on Friday, what happened on Friday was a reconciliation bill was passed. The reconciliation bill has now, hey Marshall, thank you for the dancing pair. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the dancing pair. By passing the reconciliation bill on Friday, it now tees up the ability to get the $1.9 trillion stimulus package bill over the finish line. It's like a tow truck with a tow hitch. The tow truck passed over the finish line on Friday. Now the tow hitch is being towed over the finish line. But there's certain rules that Congress must follow. There are certain laws of our United States Constitution and Senate and House procedures. And while millions of Americans would like that stimulus check right this minute, $1,400, $1,800, $2,800, $3,200, you can't get the check right now because our Constitution has certain laws. And those laws start with requiring to put the bill to subcommittees Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. Oh, wow. Thank you, Sherry, for the massive super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Sherry, for the massive, massive super chat. It's a good day to start the new morning. If you've not subscribed, see why subscribing is important. Sherry said a massive thank you there. So make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. The important thing to understand is that they're required to put the $1.9 trillion stimulus package bill to subcommittees because those subcommittees have a right to make modifications to the language and the wording. That modification is good for you. Why? FPUC retro. Hashtag FPUC retro. Hashtag FPUC retro. They have the ability to now modify certain language. The important thing to understand is that this is getting to the finish line. It's just a few days. The bill will land in the Senate on February 22nd, no later than February 22nd, says Nancy Pelosi. And then it will go to the Senate parliamentarian to determine whether everything is fine. And then it will be called to a vote and then will land on the president's table. They have to go through those steps. That's our Constitution. this isn't a third world country where we can just sort of throw checks in the mail. Hey, here's some check in the mail. You have to follow through procedures, and there you go. Next, output gap. A new report by Ron Insana, who used to be the anchor of CNBC. He wrote a new report today, which is really quite fascinating, that says that he thinks the Biden plan is too small. The reason why? Because he says the Biden plan shows that some 400,000 small businesses have permanently shuttered their operations. Some 50 million Americans are food insecure and 20 million are receiving public assistance, from unemployment checks to food stamps. 8 million have plunged into poverty, a record number in a record place. That may outpace the permanent loss. How do you assist a small business that has shuttered its doors for good? It's not just loss of wages, but loss of household income wealth. The output gap is the difference between how quickly the economy is growing and how quickly it could grow under optimal conditions. Basically, what he's saying is that the Biden plan may not take into consideration that businesses that have actually closed, that it's just sort of looking at ground zero as January 2021, when ground zero does not take into consideration businesses that are gone. Meantime, Tesla surprised everyone this morning again with a $1.95 billion purchase of Bitcoins. In a filing with the SEC this morning, the company confirmed that they had bought Bitcoin for more flexibility for further diversify and maximize return on our cash, and that subject to applicable laws and initially on a limited basis. This would make Tesla the first company to be able to accept Bitcoin. It's not currently accepting Bitcoin to buy a car, but that is really where it's heading. I miss the new member. Hey Pat, how are you? Everyone, welcome Pat for becoming a new member to this family. I'm really excited for you. What you're going to see over the next few days is a lot of new bills. If you've been with me over this weekend, you saw that I detailed on Early Mornings LA this morning and on both the shows and the shows of the weekend that you're going to see a lot of bills. A bill for this and a bill for that. On Thursday, you saw a new bill introduced that would provide a $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. And they're pushing for executive order at the same time. You saw a new bill introduced for a $1,000 bond for babies born in the United States that would stay in the bank until age 18 with a 3% interest. At maturity, would mature as high as $50,000. Those are just two of the many bills you're going to see in the next few days. Give it patience and give it time, because a lot more is coming here. Among them will be the $15 an hour minimum wage, because there's concern that it may not survive in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package and will go by bill as well. Joe Biden on CBS Friday said that he thinks it has to go by a standalone bill as well. Dale Kramer. Let me get to your incredible questions and comments from yesterday's recording. Debbie Hesley, come here and look for yourself. What is this doing to the people of the country? We need help now. Maria Granados was referring to comments yesterday by Representative Pat Toomey. Toomey's economy may be going great, not ours. Lord help us now. Thomas Goodrich. The fact of the matter is that both the Democrats and Republicans are just taking too long. Oh my God, why are they taking too long? And if anyone doesn't remember, the American people don't want to work for us. Go find a new job, get lost. Carl Neba. Yes, the $1,400 is coming. I'm glad. Finally excited. Miss Love. Nancy promised back pay on unemployment never happened. 2020 EIDL was supposed to happen. It has happened. Mrs. Love, that's an incorrect statement. Actually, two viewers. One viewer in the chat right now got the letter from SBA. If you applied for the 2020 EIDL, you are going to remain the $10,000 EIDL grant if you're a low-income based community business. I have no less than two viewers in the last 12 hours, and I've only read a few private messages this morning that have gotten that big congratulations email from SBA saying, congratulations, you can get the remainder of your $10,000 EIDL grant when you applied in 2020. That $10,000 from the 2020 EIDL grant is now being paid. I told you it's being paid. There are other people that I've seen elsewhere offline that have gotten paid as well. These are people who applied in 2020. They're getting the $10,000. This is big news. David Baxter. This is a great comment. Lisa Smith, I got that letter. Be careful. It looks like a plain white envelope. So she's referring to either one or two of the envelopes which I detailed yesterday. First, yesterday I showed for the first time on camera a letter that's coming from from the IRS. A letter that's coming from the IRS that says, hi, we sent out your stimulus check. She may also be referring to the white envelope that sent out the debit card. Both of these envelopes are very obscure. I think the white envelope for the debit card is the most obscure because there's nothing on the outside of it. The IRS envelope at least has the IRS on the outside of it. Wendy Bird. They need to hurry up. This is ridiculous. Avril Witten. How many folks are on the road are they going to make before they get that stimulus checks and the rest to get the help out? So that's a great question, Avril. So I've been talking about other trucks on the road that are doing other bills. Hey, Carmen, thank you for the big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up. What I've detailed for you is there's a lot of cars on the highway going forward delivering you stimulus. One is the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. One is the baby bill. One is the tow truck with the tow hitch. The tow truck with the tow hitch will be the first, presumably, to get money out to you. That's why they're doing that first. Next, Xbox 420. Bernie has a huge heart. He goes on rants and he's a character, but man, he got his words and sure he's good. Nigel Warner. When are we going to get the third stimulus check? Great question, Nigel. So the bill will land in the Senate no later than February 22nd. Then it will be called for a vote in the Senate after the parliamentarian season. So it could start going out in late February. Now, we certainly saw with the second stimulus check. Some people got it in 24 hours. Some got it a month later. Some are getting it 2 months later. There's something strange going on at IRS, and that's certainly what's going on. Neil Costino, less than people, the 2,000 checks would go out immediately. Jeanette Simmons, we're supposed to fix the bill. Let's get it going, February 2020. Amen. Thank you for those great comments. It's important to understand as you start the new morning that we have a lot of activity. And the activity as we start the 23-minute mark, let me give a big update where we are. Good morning, and this is Mornings LA. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home. Thank you for joining me on the most comprehensive financial news channel around the block and around the clock. This morning, the Dow is up slightly, and the NASDAQ up slightly. Dow's trading up about 107, NASDAQ about 46. Minutes ago, Congress confirmed the passing of its first elected official from COVID. The congressman contracted COVID about 2 weeks ago. Meantime, real excitement this morning, but confusion and debate over its virtues and its negativity and its drawbacks. A proposal to give you multiple stimulus checks came on tap this morning. The proposal comes from Representative Richard Neal. A $3,600 stimulus payment in addition to your stimulus check that would be paid over smaller stimulus checks starting in the month of July. The way it would work is we would pay $3,600 over every month, $3,600 apportioned out every month starting in the month of July going forward. This is on top of your current stimulus checks under the third stimulus package. Better or worse, viewers of this channel were asked by myself this morning, rather get the $3,600 immediately when you file the tax return or get it paid slowly over time. Viewers said they rather get it immediately. I agree. The Joe Biden tax credit proposal is the following. Currently on the tax code, you can get a child tax credit. How it works, what does it say, what are the details? As a member of this channel, go to that PDF that's newly delivered to you on today's video. It's a PDF and a link. If you're not a member, consider becoming a member. The member link is at the top of this video. Membership allows you to get links to documents, writings, stimulus before anyone else, so you understand how things work and so you can get the money. A single PDF can make you thousands of dollars because you can understand how you can get thousands of dollars of stimulus before anyone else. Hence, the concept of a membership makes sense unto itself. Under this paid stimulus, under this child tax credit, it works the following. There currently is a child tax credit. It's currently been on the books for many, many years. Viewers didn't know about this child tax credit until it got a lot of attention in the third stimulus package. The child tax credit is existing on the 2020 code. It's existing on the 2019 tax credit. So I get people asking me all the time, should I wait to file my tax return to get that child tax credit? There currently is a child tax credit. All that Joe Biden proposes is to modify it, increase the numbers and increase the eligibility. $3,600 or $3,000, a little bit more. So the proposal today from Representative Richard Neal, Democrat, Massachusetts, is to say, hey, I got an idea. Let's do as multiple stimulus checks. Better? I don't know. He's basically, instead of giving you $3,600 when you're normally owed it, when you file the tax return, if you're owed $3,600 when you owed it, then you get it right away. He said, no, I'll give you a little bit over time. I'll give you $300 a month for 12 months. I don't know about you. I'd rather get the whole money right up front. President Joe Biden's proposal give you all the money up front. Representative Richard Neal proposes multiple stimulus checks of $300 every month for parents all the way over the next year. One of the links is a link to the IRS's website. The other is a PDF that downloads from the IRS's website that explains its current circular on the tax code. And then the other big news this morning is that the stimulus check and the remaining provisions will be working its way through the House. The House subcommittees will be working on your stimulus package Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. $1,400 individual, $2,800 a married couple, $3,200 adult dependents, and if you're on benefits, the same amount to you. If you're on, hey Frank, how are you? Frank, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. Everyone welcome Frank to the family. I'm so excited you're joining me. Frank is now in the family. 700 likes and 1,600 in views. Let's get those likes up to 1,000 likes. Come on now. Let's get up to 1,000 likes and 2,000 views. Everyone welcome Frank to the Purple Power family. The other big news is that FPUC Retro still has some flexibility. So if you're watching this video and you want to get FPUC Retro further back retroactively, go on social media, take this video and tag the politicians, hashtag FPUC Retro. Hey, Danny Payton. Everyone welcome Danny Payton for coming to Purple Hawk. I'm so excited you joined me. Thank you, Danny, for becoming a part of the Purple Power family. It's important to understand that this channel is stimulus masterclass. I'm trying to get you as much money as I can. 4 or 5 items every viewer of this channel qualifies for: rent, utilities, food, childcare, internet. And if you need rent or utilities right now, reach out to the volunteers. They're in the pinned comment to this video, the description. They're at news.la.com/community. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you for the very nice smile. The volunteers are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They're helping no less than 50 people a day, each of them. and they're helping you get rent and utilities right now. So if you need help with rent and utilities right now or mortgage assistance, questions about that mortgage forbearance, or questions about eviction moratorium, they're there to help you. And I'm really excited that they are there around the clock. So reach out to them. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Meantime, it's important to stay positive. It's important to stay positive. The purpose of the Purple Power family and the purpose of this channel has always been positivity. Their positivity starts with understanding things are going to come your way. Positivity also involves patience. It's interesting because I'm talking about that EIDL grant. I have viewers in the chat I see right now that have been viewers since day one of this channel. They applied for that EIDL grant in 2020. They haven't got to the remaining $10,000, but they're getting it. That's patience. People who are wondering why they are not first on the highway with the tow truck and the tow hitch. Gotta have patience. Gotta have patience. Can single people get MSC? Tanya. No, Ron, what's his name again? Richard Deal. His plan concerns parents, not for children, not for single parents. So it's important to understand to remain positive. Positivity starts with pushing, and positivity breeds optimism and breeds focus. It also clears the mind because ultimately, the viewers of this channel, all viewers of this channel qualify for stuff under the second stimulus package, which was passed in Mar-a-Lago. And if you haven't got to that money right now, reach out to the volunteers. Help them get that. Help them get you that rent and utilities right now. Positivity also breeds information, so you're informed and ready to pounce as soon as something happens. And what's important to understand is that that is what's happening. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. And thank you, Alicia, for the bacon. Someone probably bought me some bacon emojis in this chat. With 1,800 people in the room and about 1,000 likes. Thank you for a great morning. The toast is toasting. And I'm about to have my breakfast as well. Hope you are as well. Hope you have a good morning. I'll see you back here at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time with Home LA. I'll have big, great news and great excited stuff across the board. Stay informed, stay positive, keep on smiling, and keep positive and focused. And if you need help, reach out to the volunteers. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. And stay informed, stay focused, and stay LA for more.